Well, howdy, friends. Good afternoon. I'm Johnny Black. Once again here with my friends John Luciano, Lucky Electric Johnny Luciano, and Tom Young. It's been a while since we all got together, so we thought we'd drop by after we've had tornadoes and blizzards, and then that was just yesterday.
Yeah, we've had 4 seasons in a week.
4 seasons in 4 days.
Now, this daylight savings is going to kick our buns.
I think so. Looks like you guys are all doing well. Everybody survived the snowpocalypse yesterday, and here we are.
Wasn't that interesting? That
Yeah.
was for about 2 hours, from about 8 to 10 or so. It was really coming.
Yeah. And early in the morning, I got up at 5:30, and the street lights were all out. So it was downright spooky with the wind howling and the snow blowing and no lights on anywhere. It was just creepy.
You know, Johnny, I got to be honest. I got to kind of feel bad because they said you were a little dim yesterday. I took it the wrong way.
That's why. My power was out.
Oh, I thought it. I'm sorry. I took it completely wrong.
I think the craziest thing, someone I saw on a social media had a picture of their cell phone on the weather app, and it said it was currently 70 degrees with a blizzard warning.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's just
like cell service.
Like, where else do you see that?
Not many places other than the Texas Panhandle. You know,
it looks like we did I think that somebody this morning had said we went from 80 or 81 to 27 in that 24 hours.
Yeah.
Pretty good spread. Yeah,
That's
wish I get the stock market to do that, right? If I could just get that playing,
Right.
do something along those lines. So, yep, no, everything's great. Look at today. You wouldn't even know it right now, except for a little bit of snow that's hanging out and laying in the parking lot.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even know. It's beautiful outside at the moment.
It is. Imagine somebody driving through and seeing all the what is this place?
It's definitely an Amarillo thing. You know, there is no question about that. So.
I'm going to go grab our lunch, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, lunch compliments of Market Street, 2530 South Georgia.
I love Market Street. If you've never been into Market Street, you need to go. It's just a really classy place to pick up, even if you're just looking for food or if you're looking for these pre-manufactured meals that they're doing. My wife and I love them and buy them. The salmon is absolutely fantastic, and the meatloaf. Definitely try the meatloaf. Is really good. But that store is really cool. It's got a gift section. If you're just looking for something fun to take somebody as a housewarming gift or whatever, we recently bought some wine glasses that every time we use them, we get nothing but these unbelievable compliments, and they were so reasonable. Everybody thinks we bought them in some high-end store or something. But just a well-run group, and all of them. I use the one on 45th quite a bit, and that group that runs there and runs it is just fantastic people. So well run.
I know with my wife and me, you know, it's crazy. Like we'll want to eat out sometimes, you know, like what restaurant do you want to go to, this and that. And we sometimes settle on Market Street.
Yeah.
Like, and you know, we were living back in Illinois. I can't recall many grocery stores that had I mean, of course, a lot of them had like delis and bakeries and stuff, but a place like it almost felt like a restaurant inside of a grocery store. I can't remember many places like that back where I'm from, but here we'll just be like, yeah, let's go get some stuff at the deli at Market Street and just hang out. And that's where we decide, you know, to eat out and then, you know, knock out some shopping while we're at it at the same time. So you can kind of do it all in one place.
Yeah, my team over here on Sansi or whatever, we use the one up the street here a lot. Lunches and especially the salad bar, fantastic. And then the one on 45th, if you've never tried their sushi from there, and then you have $5 Tuesday and Thursday, I think is their cheaper sushi. Fantastic. It's as good a sushi as anywhere in town. I promise you.
And Amigos over off of Grand at the United there is one of the better little Mexican restaurants in Amarillo, believe it or not. It really
absolutely.
is.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
That is some authentic Mexican food at a grocery store.
Yep.
There's Kim Seward. Hello, Kim. Thanks for dropping by.
Cool.
All right. Well, they've gone out to get our food, and then they're going to run it out to John and the gang.
Can't wait.
Rotisserie chicken from United in Canyon. Yeah, you bet, man. I like the little pot roasts that they put in the rotisserie chicken container, and they put the potatoes and carrots in there, and all day long, man. I'm loving that.
That one's awesome because it's good the first night, and then it makes an incredible sandwich.
Yes, it does.
That's as good a roast beef sandwich as you're going to find anywhere.
You betcha.
Give me the garlic and herb rotisserie chicken every time. I mean, like what we'll do, we'll get one of those, and then my wife will make like a broth. We'll add it to our soup, to kind of bulk that up a little bit, and it's really, really good.
Yeah, that must be Illinois soup.
Yeah. So speaking of Illinois, what's your go-to March Madness snack? I like to make the queso with the Rotel spicy tomatoes and Velveeta, brown off some ground beef. You can do it all in a cast iron skillet. Put it in a bowl. Grab your favorite tortilla chips, and ready for game time.
Absolutely. It's kind of make it very similar, but actually put a little spicy Italian sausage in there.
Sure.
To brown that up, or chorizo when you can find it. If you can find a good chorizo, I have to agree with you. That and boneless wings. Love boneless wings. I think it's the lazy man's food.
I'm all about the wings too. I'm also about pizza because I'm always about pizza. I don't care if it's March Madness or Wednesday morning. I'm all about pizza. So,
but based on your background and the rest of the things I see behind you, does it have to be deep dish, or can it just be? Is just pizza okay?
I'm not as much of a deep dish guy, but there's so many great pizza places up there in Illinois. Like I can't go wrong with any of them. But I'm not as much of deep dish as other people are. Now Italian beef and brats and sausage, that's good stuff. If you're ever up there, you got to check out some Italian.
We do. I get up in the Chicago area usually at least twice a year. So I get to Schaumburg and a few other areas, and then we have a call center up in there that we visit every once in a while. I love the food all over that town. It doesn't have to be pizza. That town has got great food. We used to go race there a lot back in the Chicago area. We were drag racing. So. Good people, fun town.
All right, this is my lunch, guys. Let's see here. I've got the box lunch with the sandwich in there. Let's see, can we? And then I got the fruit salad and a cookie and the good kettle chips.
All right.
And tea.
Pure leaf tea?
Pure leaf tea. And we've got one headed, 3 of them actually. So you and 2 of your favorite coworkers, John, can enjoy some lunch coming very soon.
Cool. Love it. Okay.
I got myself here what do we got? A chicken salad croissant. You gotta say it like that.
You gotta say it like
that.
I got that. Got myself it. I'm a big fan of these kettle chips. Every time I stop by United, I usually spend the 99 cents or whatever and get a bag of those.
Yeah.
Then the healthy kid in me, a little bit of fruit, little fruit salad. So I'll be eating that up. And then I got myself some pure leaf tea as well. So we are ready to rock and roll with lunch here.
Thank you, United. All the Uniteds, but I think this one today is from the one in Canyon, correct?
Oh, and I got a cookie. I forgot about the dessert,
I think this is from right around the corner here.
Oh, it is?
Street.
Oh, okay. All right. Somebody mentioned Canyon a minute ago. So anyway.
Tim Seward talked about the rotisserie chicken from United in Canyon.
That's a really, really nice store. So and they do a great job working with all the people. So we appreciate them. Very, very.
I'm going straight to the fruit.
Yeah.
Oh, Johnny, you did too, or were you just throwing it away?
No. This is where I started.
I'm impressed.
Because I know I won't eat it later if I start with the sandwich.
You're supposed to eat it afterwards to help with your digestion. They say.
Right.
Should finish with those. Okay, well, we got a lot to cover today. So what exactly we've talked a little bit about March Madness, which starts tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be really a lot of fun. I think the whole world is ready for it to come back with the thinness of it last year. And I guess really for the most part, it didn't happen at all last year, correct?
Right.
No, they were playing, I think they were getting ready to play conference tournaments.
Yeah.
And then in the middle of those, they just stopped. So, and then they were thinking we'll wait for a week or two and then play the Madness tournament, and then of course that never happened. So
Yeah.
we're close to 2 full years without, the big field of 68. So I think a lot of people are itching to watch this again.
Wonder what year, and you being the sports guy that you are, what year would have been the last year that Duke was not in the tournament?
Ooh,
Good question.
Or has it ever happened, right? I mean, have they ever not been in the tournament?
I will have to do some. I'll do some research here on the side.
I was very surprised when I was picking my teams, and I was looking at my mascots to decide who was going to win the games. Sometimes we look at the cheerleading squad too. That can give you a good indication of which team. So when I was doing that, all of a sudden I realized that the Devils were not there, and I was very surprised. I can't remember a tournament without them in my mind, anyway.
Right.
So pretty impressive. And I can't remember. There's 2 others that are always there that are not there also. So.
Well, here's this stat from ESPN. For the first time since 1976, neither Duke nor Kentucky is part of the tournament.
Wow.
76.
That's crazy. Probably between the 2 of them, they may have the most tournament wins also. They
might. North Carolina's. I think North Carolina has the most appearances. I think they're doing their 51st this year.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Let's see.
Well, it's very electrifying.
Kind of like the ID4.
Yeah, how's that for a cheap segue?
Well done. You've done this before, haven't you? Yeah.
Wow. Where's my little drum set? Where's my monkey?
I'll tell you what, it's pretty exciting that ID4 though. I've been looking forward to an opportunity to talk about that. The Volkswagen electric SUV. John, okay, your lunch is 3 minutes away. Will he send somebody out front to pick it up?
I will. Hey,
All
JJ,
right.
You have somebody watch out front. Melissa's going to pull up and give us she's got 3 lunches for me. Melissa from the radio station. Is she in her own car? What does she drive?
I think she's, in that white, I'm not sure what it is, but it's a little white SUV.
A little white SUV.
Tiguan-esque.
Just look for a really cute girl in a white SUV. That's probably you'll find her now. So.
She's going to slow down to about 25 and throw it. So be ready out there to catch it. Might come out with a little heat on it, but be ready.
I like it.
Yeah.
Just kind of like a bounce pass, right, from the tournament. So let's hope
94, 95. Last time Duke did not make it. So we're talking like 26 years or so.
Wow.
That is a while. And Kentucky not in either. Wow. Crazy. So ID4 on the ground.
ID4.
Have it in stock. It is here. We have our first one, not for sale, but is definitely set up for demo. You've got to come drive it and see it. And it's just I've had a blast running it around town. Gets about 300 miles to a charge, 290. We ran it all over town Tuesday before the snow, and still had 253 to go. Just not an issue, not at all. But if you're looking for a fun way to really get it going, this car is just got some pictures out at the canyon, and then we went into Lake Tanglewood and did some stuff. So tremendous amount of fun.
I had the Arteon, and I had a 2019 Arteon and then a brand new one. And I just swapped that out for this beautiful Tiguan that I haven't had a chance to take a picture of for us, but nice black Tiguan. There's the 2019 Arteon. I love those. Yep. So when I bring the Tiguan back, I'll take a picture of one of the ID4s out there. So
there it is at Lake Tanglewood. That's what.
Oh yeah.
And that is the actual car out there at the lake. We were just having fun with it, but huge inside, easy to charge, just a tremendous amount of fun. So you've just got to come see it. There's another a little bit, but you can see it. I mean, it truly is built like an SUV. So they kind of fall into their own class. But please come in and drive it. It's here. It's charged. We'll teach you about charging. We'll talk about it. We mount the charger at your house, make it a lot of fun. And it's very similar to like your cell phone. When you get home at night, just plug it in. You leave the next morning completely full, nothing to worry about. And doesn't use, once the battery's charged, it turns itself off. It doesn't continue to use electricity. It regenerative brakes, and there's just so much. We could talk all day on all the cool things it'll do, but it's here, it's live, it's where the industry's headed. Probably about 25-30% over the next 10 years, maybe more.
And that would be 5,000 South Soncy.
That's where it is at. 5,000 South Soncy. The little Volkswagen logo out there in front somewhere.
Right. Look for it. Ask for it by name. Say, Electric Johnny told me to stop by.
That's right. Come check out. Come. I want to get electrified.
Right. The ID
car is, the car is kind of it's crazy fast. It's just, it'll surprise you to death of how fast the car is.
The closest thing to flying you'll do on the highway.
Boy, by the way it rides, you'll truly feel that way. And it does feel like flying just strictly because it's so quiet.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make any noise at all. That's the part that takes you a little bit of time to kind of get used to. How is your croissant? Have you got to it yet?
I have not. I'm still on the fruit.
Still on the fruit.
I'm also trying to thing, so bear with me.
You guys in this, it's only because we're on camera. This whole thing about eating the fruit first, I can see where this is going. I'm not sure who we're trying to impress.
Tom and I had a wager last night. Shall we talk about that? You talked about it on the air. You're filling in for Morgan today.
I did, yes.
And every time that the Spurs play the Bulls, my team and Tom's team play, we bet a crisp green U.S. dollar bill on the game. We're out of control.
It's like right out of Trading Places.
Right.
The movie.
$1, right, at the end.
My lunch has arrived, so you tell the story while I get my lunch.
Okay, there you go. And so the game was not, it was getting boring to the point where I thought, if it wasn't the Spurs, I might have to let this one go because they were 23 points down. I mean, what do you do? Not many times and not many teams have recovered from a 23-point deficit. And then all of a sudden, they went on an 8-point run. And then all of a sudden, they went on a couple more. And then the Bulls called timeout. I thought, smart move. Go do that. Call timeout. Something's gone horribly wrong with the machine here. And then, so that was the late in the third quarter. And then at the beginning of the fourth quarter, it was all Spurs. And they roared back and won. What was the final score? 106 to
99, I think. 106.
And I text Tom. I was waiting the whole second half to text you and pretend like I was not watching. Oh my gosh, did I miss anything? So there were finally 4 minutes left, and I was like, I'm sending this.
Yeah, and I knew you were playing around, but yeah. I was frustrated because I've seen this team that they beat the Raptors, with a really good win. They beat the Thunder. They look like every time you think they're turning a corner, they take a step backwards.
Yeah.
And then they had the Spurs right where you wanted them after 3 quarters, and then they were outscored literally 39-19 in the fourth quarter and lost the game. And it's just like, we're never going to get over that hump. And the Spurs are having a pretty decent year. I know LaMarcus Aldridge isn't there anymore, but you guys are still winning games in a tough Western Conference, and the Bulls are still trying to figure it out. But to answer Kim's question here, I have not paid yet because they're rematching on Saturday.
We're playing again on Saturday.
So either we'll break even, which is what I'm hoping for, or I'm going to owe Johnny 2 crisp dollar bills that he is going to go on a shopping spree with. And then I'm going to try to get some help with my gambling addiction.
I would recommend you go to United, Johnny, if you win the money.
Yeah.
Yes, you can do a lot of damage at United with 2 crisp $1 bills.
So what do you got there, Electric Johnny?
I joined you in the croissant. It sounded too good. And then I dropped my fork. So we'll go with the 3-second rule. And I'm having my fruit. Y'all guilted me into that. So
yeah, have the fruit.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and try and do my best there. But I did start on the potato chips already. I'm going to be purely honest.
There you go.
Now, special thanks to United. And remember, folks, you can swing by all your March Madness snack food items, or if you want to stock up Easter right around the corner, all the good produce that they have, the meat, they'll let you try stuff. That's what I like. You can say, hey, I've never had a passion fruit or a dragon fruit, and they'll slice you off a piece of it and let you have a bite, make sure that's what you want. And or the old-fashioned, like when I was a kid, there was a butcher that would slice meat for, mom at the grocery store. She'd want certain kinds of pork chops or certain kinds of ham or turkey sliced a certain way for sandwiches. And United does that. I want some thin sliced turkey, some Swiss cheese, and good solid bread for my March Madness sandwiches. And they'll do it up for you at your friendly neighborhood United supermarket.
Yep, I absolutely will. So you were talking about that fourth quarter beating, and that's exactly what we as Volkswagen are going to do to Tesla with this new ID4. It's going to be a 39-6 run on our part. It's less expensive, got a better following, got a much bigger. You can go to 650 stores to get it worked on, as opposed to like 13. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to watch as we turn and we take on the giant.
We've got new charging stations popping up all the time across the country, across Texas, and here in Amarillo. So don't let that be any reason to hesitate. Go by and take a test drive at 5000 South Soncy. Let them show you the thing. It's a unique, special deal. You'll love it.
Yeah, if you're, what's really cool is you can just keep it fully charged at your house all the time and never really have to worry about it. I'm sure our friends at Toot and Totem are not excited about us having less often, since that's where they make their money, but we'll keep pushing on it.
Yeah.
We'll give them another reason. We'll give them a gift card from there to stop and get coffee or something.
Gas is definitely on its way back up. So no better time than now to look into an electric ID4. The ID4.
Yeah, and we've got the Buzz coming pretty quick, which is the van, and we have the ID6 coming, which will be a very large SUV. So we have a lot of fun things to be coming with it as it continues its growth. This is our first launch into the segment, but big national launch happens on the 24th. You'll start hearing a whole lot about it. You'll see it all over television, of course, and we'll be talking about it on the radio quite a bit.
Okay.
If you just want to learn about electric cars, just come by. We are EV specialists. Come talk to the guys, and let's see what it is.
5000 South Soncy.
Yep.
Tell them what you want to know. All right. I think Tom's Illinois is going to take the it's Illinois or Gonzaga in March Madness.
Well, still sticking with my Baylor Bears. So.
All right. John says Baylor.
I just finished up my bracket yesterday, and yes, I am slightly biased, but I do have Illinois over Iowa. In the I fear for like Gonzaga, of course, they've been number one all year. They've been unanimous number one. They deserve it. They haven't lost a game yet, but I think that comes back to haunt them because every game they've played this year, they've won by double digits. They haven't played the toughest teams of late, and they're gonna have a tough one at some point in this tournament. That's going to come down to the wire. How do they handle that pressure of the undefeated season and the fact that they don't play close games? How are they going to react? And I think they're gonna struggle, and that's going to allow someone like an Iowa who they could play, and it would be a rematch from December when Gonzaga won by 11. I think Iowa would get them in the rematch, and that's going to help them move on to the Final Four.
Well, that's why we watch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Looking to say, oh, I saw that game. That was incredible. Almost as incredible as an ID4.
It all comes back.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about Kevin Bacon here in just a minute.
Yeah.
We're going to find our way back. Kevin Bacon has an ID4, and the ID4 ties back. We're going to tie in. The croissant's fantastic. Wow. Thank you, United, once again. Awesome. Well, we've been talking about electric cars. We've been talking about ID4. There are used electric cars on the market. We'll be happy if you like those better. We'll be happy to find you those under our car catcher program.
Oh yeah.
What you're looking for under our car catcher program, we'll go help you find it. We'll go get it for you. We've done quite a few recently. Been very busy. People looking for that exact car, even some of the older type stuff. We just, I think one of our oldest ones we've done, we just did a 1960 Rambler wagon that we had found for a customer that he wanted. We shipped it to Boston.
Wow. If you don't find what you were looking for, just ask and they'll get it for you.
Yeah, that was a fun one. That car turned out, there was one here locally and we found it and put the two people together and everybody really had a great time. I'm going to show you a picture of it. I think I have one. So everybody, lots of fun. The charging stations. A lot of things going on. We're adding our 2 new bays to the dealership right now to be a little quicker and faster with our oil changes. So that'll happen very shortly. We'll get you taken care of there. We're about to start our story. There's our bus.
Oh, there's the
If you haven't seen our 1966
yeah.
bus, Grateful Dead, it's we should launch next week. We just about have everything. You guys haven't seen this picture, but there's how we found her. That's what she looked like in the back.
Okay.
Wow.
Covered by a tarp for about 20 something years and been blown over. Lots of fun coming on our 66 Charm bus. Fixing to break out with that. Well, let me see if I got a good picture of the Rambler. You guys will get.
Just got a nice little award too, didn't you, John?
We've won a couple of awards lately. So yeah, there's what we found. There it is.
Oh wow.
Is that the coolest 1960 wagon? It was owned by Robert Manning. Rest in peace, Robert. Great guy. Bob, that was his car. It was one of his pride and joys. And it's now with some friends of ours, Tom in Boston, and he absolutely is crazy about his little car. So, yeah, we were the Dealer Rater Dealer of the Year. We won the Carfax Dealer of the Year. So it's been a good year, all based on customer satisfaction. Taking care of customers comes from just loving the community, loving on our friends that help us do all the things that we do and allow us to serve them. So it's all about experience, for us. That's what we live and die by. We thank Amarillo for all of that and giving us the opportunity to serve you.
That's right. We are going to start giving money away on Monday. I think 10 minutes ago we made the announcement, so I can go ahead and say it here. You listen 12 times a day for the keyword. You text it on our website, post it there, and as long as you get them all posted before midnight that night, you're in the running for $1,000 every day. So good luck. Win the money. We want you to have it. We certainly don't get it if you don't win it. So please play the game, win the money, have some fun. We love having fun with our listeners, and
sounds like fun.
Partnership with Street Volkswagen continues, and we're loving that. Can't wait to come out and see the ID4 on the lot. If I'd have not been in a hurry this morning, I would have stopped and taken a look at it. But I'll come by and give it a gander when I bring the Tiguan back and swap it out for something else.
Now, there is no purchase necessary to win that money, right?
No purchase necessary. Just say Electric Johnny, and we'll put you in the running for it.
Your first keyword is.
Yeah, never know.
Electric Johnny.
Because I think we do like one or two commercials every once in a while with you guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just a couple, yeah.
Yeah, you might hear my voice in there somewhere. So yeah, there was a young man working in the back today, and it's funny. Another segue back to electrify. He is electrifying our new garage doors on our new oil change, what we call our express lube service. And he's been there since Monday. And so today he finally came up, and I saw him standing out in my office, and I asked him, can I help you? We got a problem? He said, no, I've been home the last 3 days, and my wife has asked me if I've met you. And I'm hearing you on the radio all the time. And so we took a selfie and sent it back to her. And then it was one of those deals. Wow, he's a lot older than I thought he was. So
I hear that all the time.
Luckily, the electrolysis, back to our electrify, luckily the electrolysis is doing okay, trying to keep me young. So.
Right.
And
Right.
some of us have the name young, so we can go back to that. So we just we'll just play these puns all day today.
Right.
There you go.
So.
It's like playing tennis. We just serve it over to Tom and serve
it back, like passing that dollar back and forth on those basketball games.
There you go.
Please come in, ask for it. Coffee's always free, lots of drinks, got snacks. But come by and drive the ID4. It's not about buying it. It just say that as all this talk and all the buzz gets going about the electrify and the electric world, and it's kind of all you're hearing about. Now's a good time. Just come educate yourself. Come drive it. Doesn't cost anything. No purchase necessary, and we won't harass you either. But come by. We have one on the ground right now. We got 3 more coming, and then they'll actually be for sale here in the next 2 weeks.
All right. We will do this again so that we can talk more about it, and maybe I'll have a picture of my own at that point.
Let me close with one last point. The really fun part about all this Electrify America and all the stuff with ID4 is that the brand doesn't want to lose sight of the other 9 vehicles that we sell. So the incentives that they have put on those to keep their buzz, to keep their electricity flowing is crazy. We've got 0% again. We've got 0% 72 months. We got 0.9% on used cars again. The market is fantastic. It is a buyer's market. It's a lender's market. The $1,400 is out there when people got their checks over the last couple of days. We are prepared. There is some great ways to buy a car. Once again, like I said, when it's a buyer's market, then the market is strong in your trade. We need trades. We're always looking for vehicles. We'll buy yours, even if you don't buy ours, just like everybody else says. Always looking for cars. So if you got one in the driveway and something laid up out in the yard, let's talk about it. Let's see if we can't turn it into something better. So it's a great, great time. It's March Madness at Street Volkswagen.
It is. A deal's so good, it'll scare you.
That's exactly right.
I like that.
Yeah, we were pinching people yesterday, but they didn't seem to understand why. But HR got involved and shut that down.
Yeah, they don't look kindly on pinching anymore. You can't do that.
I just don't understand it. Things have changed.
It wasn't your best idea, John.
Yeah. We are here to serve you and to help you do whatever it is, anything in your automotive needs. And we're adding on to do that. We're adding on to our parking lot just so we can continue to serve this wonderful community that we live in. And if you haven't noticed, we're miles ahead of everybody on COVID shots and inoculations and all the cool words that they used. And we're just ahead. Have you got both, one and 2, or just one?
I've got my second one next week. I've had my first one. That's about 3 weeks.
I had the first one, no reactions, no problems. Second one during the night, woke up, kind of cold sweats, had a little fever for about, 2 hours. Took 1 Tylenol, one NyQuil, and that's the last thing I remember. And I woke up and it was fine. Wasn't a whole lot to it, but please go get your shots. They've lowered the age down there at the Civic Center, and if you have any underlying conditions, you can get through. So please stay on top of it. Let's get this thing behind us.
No reason to not love the car you're driving, and no reason to not get your vaccine. Yep. Making it easy to take care of both those problems.
That's right. I'd do the vaccines here if they'd let us.
Yeah. and thanks to Market Street, the lunch was also easy.
So. Absolutely. Thanks to the guys at United and Market Street. And, we're just some lucky folks to all be involved in this together here in Amarillo. We'll do this again soon, guys.
Sounds good.
Electric Johnny and Tom Young, thank you so much.
Right. Thanks, guys.
Have a good day.